I am on my way to Highgate Cemetery today. It is Sunday. I am walking through this really great park. It's very busy here, lots of families around. So let's get to our destination. Okay, so I am in the northern part of London at Highgate Cemetery. This is a really, really cool cemetery. You have to pay to go on to the tour, and I paid £10 to see the east side and the west side. So they give you this little booklet here, and I love what the volunteer at the gate said. He said, go ahead and follow the path, and it'll take you all through the greatest hits, or you can go off on your own if you want to. So this is just I've never seen a cemetery like this before. On our standards, it looks very overgrown. Tons and tons of monuments, all different types. There's a festival, if you can hear cheering in the back, there's a festival through a park that I had to walk through. So I'm going to just take you through the cemetery. It's really amazing. Where we keep our cemeteries very manicured, it's not like that here at all. I mean, it's like all kinds of plantings and trees. It's so interesting. Super excited. I mean, I'm like a few feet up the path, the main path, and I've just kind of stepped off of the path. But you can see how many stones there are. This is like so interesting, right? It's like wild. See right here, like this is what I'm talking about here. Here's just this little stone, and it's really just it's buried under all of this vegetation. It almost makes me kind of sad because it's so congested. Like, you could totally lose your loved one in here, for sure. I mean, it's just one after the other. And the ground is very uneven, and I'm sure that there are just stones that have just toppled over and are never seen again. I mean, look how huge this one is. This is like very, very tall. Probably maybe a story and a half. That's how big it is. There's something so beautiful about cemeteries. It's quite fascinating. I mean, like, I want to be cremated because, like, it's a whole space thing. But to really see the craftsmanship and just the love that, people inscribe on these stones is just amazing. And the history is just beyond. There is a stone there for Susan McNally, and I mean, it just says, a truly wonderful woman. I mean, doesn't that just sum up a life? It's beautiful. I'm going to be here till sunset. I've become one of these people walking around with a video stick. I've become one of these people, and I don't give a shit. Just amazing. Oh my God, I'm so glad I did this. I am so glad I did this. Because, I've never been to London. So, for me to go out and do this by myself in a strange country, in a strange city, This is pretty wild for me. So this is, they dug in this area, and it's just all these family vaults down here. And it just goes in a circle. And it's on both sides. See? Lots of families down here. So way in the back, you can see here the private catacomb of John William Beadles. And some other family vaults. Here's a family vault of Sir James Tyler. And also William and Carol Ney Harris. Interesting. And you can see right above where it says, this is John Williams Beadles catacomb door. There's that little thing on the top of the door, "We shall meet again." Beautiful. So interesting. So much history. They actually used to have a guard here, but this is no longer active. And of course, I found a little a little hole in the wall. You can actually see the vaults in there. I don't know. I mean, who takes pictures of cemeteries? Me. I know, it's so weird. Cemeteries are like my happy place. It's weird. I know. Cemeteries are my happy place. That tombstone in the back against the wall, that thing is like way taller than I am. I love this so much, right? With the teacup, and you'll notice the missing piece. I think that is just lovely. Okay, so now I'm crossing over to the east side of the cemetery. So we'll have a visit. Well, this side is not peaceful because on the other side of the gate there is a park, and it is just jamming with music and people over there. So we're just gonna take a walk and see what we see. So this side is a little bit more spread out. It's not so jammed. You can hear that. You listen to that music. I mean, this is so fun. But it's a little bit more spread out and newer. You'll see newer graves over here. Karl Marx is actually buried over here, so I am going to take you over there. All right, so this is the east side. Can you hear the festival? It's across the wall over here. And they're just having a great time. So here we have Mandy Moon over here. It's kind of nice, huh? So what I find interesting is that people will put their occupation on the stones, which I think is curious. Here we go. The path is a little bit wider than on the other side, on the west side, but I mean the graves are still kind of one on top of another. So you can see that here. And so behind me is the grave of Karl Marx, right here. Probably like 10 or 12 people hanging out there. So I just took my shot, and we're going to keep going here. Here we go. I think it would be different if there wasn't the festival next door, because it's not very peaceful. It's not very peaceful over here, but that's okay. Lots of really like narrow trees. It's just a really, really interesting cemetery. I'm going to show you down on the other side here. You see how all the little trees? And it's just one stone after another. These seem to be all very similar in size and shape. A few different ones in between. It looks like we can't go up here, but I'm just going to take a little walkie up here. Let's see why we can't go in. Why can't we go in here? What's going on over here? Oh, I guess we can. I think. I don't know. More newer stones definitely up here. I'll give you a look here. Newer stones. Somebody has lit a candle. You can see that on the ground. Very, very, very quiet over here. Sort of. I definitely don't want to walk where I shouldn't walk, because I don't think that's very, very respectful. Plus, I'm not from here, so I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. But we'll just continue our walk. So they have these very narrow paths that you can walk. So I'm going to take a little walk down this one here. It's pretty wet. But again, you can see, right, all of these really cool stones. And the daffodils are blooming here in London. Oh, that's kind of nice. It's really... What a great day. This is like the perfect day to do this. Perfect day to do this. Oh, here's something a little interesting here. So, someone's left some flowers and some money and some stones. Yeah. Here's a stone with a hole in it. I'm curious about that. Let's see if we can see what's on the other side. Trying to be respectful about where I step. Even though it's very muddy. Here's the other side of that. Here's the other side of that gravestone. Forever young, John Frederick Isles. And again, occupation, artist. Very cool. It's a little bit easier to walk through here and to walk off the paths because everything is kind of more spread out and there's not as much vegetation. So I'm able to kind of, walk through here a little bit easier. See, like you can see, like there's this path right here. So, and the vegetation isn't quite as thick. So it's a little easier to walk through this one rather than the west side. So I probably should have done my entire video on this mode so that it would be easier to put up on YouTube, but I just didn't. I forgot. I just totally forgot. So, anywho, but you can see like behind me, if I go this way, right, you can see how wide this path is. This is definitely a newer cemetery. Well, this is different. Here lie buried 78 sisters of Bethany, who died between the years 1912 and 1962. I don't know anything about Bethany, but I'm going to have to research this. This is interesting over here. Huh. I just saw a fox. I don't know if I'll be able to see it again. There's a little friend there having a little something to eat. It's about lunchtime, so I even saw a fox run through here, so that was pretty cool. So I'm just going to say that there is just no way for me to just capture how amazing this cemetery is. It's just incredible. And I'm I'm just so amazed. I'm so overwhelmed. I can't wait to go through all this video and put this all together. It's just so amazing, so amazing. Just stone after stone after stone, path after path. It's crazy. This one says, just resting. So this is kind of cool. And this is the second one that I've seen where they have this glass stone. The other one I saw was green. So this is kind of nice. Something different, right? A little different. Kind of interesting. I think somebody who I would want to know, right? I literally want to take a picture of every single one of these. They're just so interesting. I mean, look at this. She was just lovely. What a beautiful sentiment. The gentlest and kindest soul. Constant and true. Balanced accountant. And of course, international man of mystery. There's just something about coming to a place where your loved one is laid to rest. I think it's very, I don't know, there's just something very beautiful about it. I mean, I don't know any of these people, and I'm just really, really touched by the sentiments on these stones, and just, I don't know, just this place is just really, really remarkable.